Hello all, this is Priyadashni working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to explore a very important and a fundamental topic of the Internet of Things. That is, we are going to delve into the topic structural aspects of IoT, Internet of Things. So we all know many people think IoT as just the sensors, the actuators and devices form an ecosystem of IoT. But it's not a complete ecosystem of Internet of Things. So we all know there is a continuous flow of data from the sensors, the actuators, the devices, and these data, they are continuously flowing, they are constantly communicating simultaneously together. And also we all know that this devices communicate and many actions happen simultaneously automatically based on the intelligent systems. So with the number of, we all know with the number of IoT devices, they have been estimated that nearly 30 billion IoT devices will be there in 2030. So understanding this structural aspects of IoT is becomes a very important and the very thing much needed for today. So it helps us design many solutions which are scalable, efficient and ready for the future use. So in this video, we'll walk through what is the structural aspects of IoT architecture, that is the four layers that forms the structural aspects and together with the three important characteristics of IoT. Come, let's see what is the structural aspect of IoT. So, when we talk about the structural aspects of IoT, so these four layer forms the basis of any IoT devices or any IoT systems, might be in home automation or in industrial cases or in sensor networks. So let's see what are the four layers that together forms the IoT architecture. So from the down, it is the sensing layer. So the main interaction is being done in this layer, followed by the network layer, which is then processed by data processing layer and then followed by the application layer. So in the next coming slides, we will be seeing about what are these layers about and the important characteristics that may together meet the aspects of IoT environment ecosystem. Now let's see the first layer, which is the perception layer, or we can also call it as the device layer, the sensing layer. So this layer is mainly responsible for the physical activity of any IoT devices. So in short, you can think like the eyes, the ears, the hands of IoT system is being done through this layer, that is the perception layer. So this device layer or the perception layer is mainly is based on the two things, devices, that is the sensors and the actuators. So when we take or when we speak about sensors, the sensors are very important, that is it can be used mainly used for gathering the data from the environment, like it may gather the temperature, humidity, light, etc. So in order to gather data, you have to use the sensors. So this sensors detects the temperature, motion and pressure. So examples of these sensor devices might be the smartphone accelerometers. When we talk about actuators, so actuators are nothing but they are going to execute the command that is being given to the physical devices, like switch on the light or switch off the light, switch on the motor, etc. So the command is being executed only by the actuators. So the actuators mainly they control lights, adjust thermostats, operate based on values like on or off, yes or no. Based on this, the actuators work. So examples might include smart relays, motorized values, etc. So this is about the perception layer. So think about the eyes, ears, hand, all the things are being made by this layer for the IoT communication system. So followed by the sensor layer, that is the perception layer. The second layer is the network layer. So this network layer forms the communication backbone for IoT devices and other processing systems. So it is used for short range protocols. It used like Bluetooth wearables, and also it covers long range using LoRaWAN, and the gateways acts as a bridge between your networks and the internet path. So the network layer is the second layer of your IoT structural aspect of IoT system. Next, the third layer, that is the third layer of the IoT system or the IoT devices are the data processing layer. That is, it mainly includes edge and cloud layer too. So this layer is the actual intelligence comes into the place. In this layer only the actual intelligence comes into play. So IoT devices, we all know, it generate massive amount of data. So this layer takes care of analyzing and interpreting that information. So we have edge computing and also cloud computing in order to process a large amount of data together with the data management. So it has been used mainly, it is using NoSQL databases for managing. For example, you can take NoSQL databases, and also it may take data lakes for efficient storage, and also it process the data, the big data, using this NoSQL databases, or if the content is not structured, these databases are being used. When you take edge computing, so this edge computing is mainly used to process data locally as well as the cloud, and also it processes in the cloud computing layer also. So we have come to the last layer, that is the application layer. So application layer serves as the top layer of your IoT system. So it here is where the user actually interact with your IoT devices. So it is mainly used for user interfaces, that is, you can use your dashboards and the mobile apps for monitoring and control. You can have the business algorithms, and the system integration is also be done in this application layer. Thank you.